Okay, are we doing it? Is this right? Am I live? I sure hope so. One of these days I'm going to do it properly on the first try. And it wasn't today, and that's okay. Welcome to my live. Let's play some Stardew. I was going to go for a bike ride today, but I need to wait because I went outside for some bread and it was it's scorching out there. Woo wee. I never really paid attention to the air quality before. And one time I tried to go out for a really long bike ride and it was like smoky. And I thought, whoa, that's crazy. Why is it so smoky out here? It wasn't smoke. It's air pollution. And it was really hard to breathe. I couldn't really breathe that well. I mean, I could, but it felt weird. I just didn't know that air quality thing mattered when you look at the weather. Okay, let's see what our luck's like. See? I keep getting bad luck. That's crazy. Except in real life, I don't really think there's bad luck. I think everything's normal, which might be a little bad. And then you have good luck. I've got some iced coffee. ASMR. Doesn't that sound nice? I don't like the ASMR of people chewing or like chip bags or nails tapping on things, especially plastic. But this sound, oh, and typing. I don't like typing sounds. That is a good sound right there. I've got that, and I've got some sparkling water. I've actually got two. I've got one that I've already been drinking and one that's ready to go, but I kind of left it in the freezer for too long, so it's here next to everything, just melting. Or thawing out, I mean. So maybe I should get a towel. That's okay. Guys, I wish you could just play with me and drink coffee with me. Shout out to all the aliens if you're listening and tuning into this live. If you're an alien and you're listening right now, thanks for stopping by. But please don't show yourself unless it's in a dream. Thank you. You know what song is stuck in my head right now? It's ha! Ha! It's Love Game. Let's play a love game. Let's play a love game. And I don't know why the part specifically that's stuck in my head is the story of us, it always starts the same with a boy and a girl and a hut in a game. What is the hut? I think we all might know what the hut is. But I've been thinking hut all morning, pretty much. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I was wearing these two rings for some reason. I don't need them because one is glows and attracts, and the other one is attracting and glowing, so we should probably switch that out. What do we have? Glowing and attracting. Great! We could do this one. I want to make a new ring. What can we make? What's a good one? Ooh, do we have enough bone fragments for that? I was talking about using the bone fragments for some bait, but that other ring is a good idea, actually. Did you see that? It's a thorns ring. When enemies damage you, they'll take damage themselves. That's pretty good. What are the other ones? What's warrior energy? I don't know. But let's just have everything in our pocket. We're gonna go to the mines. And... hold on, wait. Put everything back. Put this ring on, because we want to use that. Do we need to do anything? No. Okay. Let's have everything in our pocket. And when we go, we can just make it straight from the pocket. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. We need 50 stone. We could probably get that in the mines. And 1 gold bar. Yay! Actually, maybe I'll just take it. And we have bad luck today, so hopefully we have some enemies in there. We can find some more bones easily. You see? That's why it's not really bad luck. Because what? You get more enemies, which is what I need. So in that way, I'm kind of lucky. Because I actually want that. What you think about that? You feel like farming today? Okay. Fine, I guess. I'm against farming in the winter. The title of today's video has true crime in it. True crime in it. What do you guys think about true crime? I used to be so into it. And I don't know if that was good for me or bad for me or whatever. I really don't know. And I don't really care. As long as I don't feel like I need to stop or it's changing my life in any way, because I don't think it is. But if you're someone who's like watching this and constantly feeling worried because of the true crime that you watch and it's making you anxious and like paranoid and stuff, maybe it's not for you, and that's okay. I should do the plan of making the more ancient seeds. Ancient fruit seeds. Let's do that. We can do that while I'm gone. Do I need to take anything? No. I have bombs and stuff, but I only use that in the skull cavern. I got the parrot. Maybe we could do that instead of the egg. I love that little green frog. So cute. If you're wondering how I make my coffee, I just get some super hot water. I add a spoonful of honey. Mix that up, mix it up, mix it up. Add 2 scoops of the Nescafe? Yeah, Nescafe instant coffee. Yeah, it's instant coffee. It's really good. I don't know if you guys have ever tried that. They have different types. It's so good. 2 scoops of that. Mix it up. The reason you should mix up the honey first is because when you put the honey in the hot water, it makes everything taste like it's full of honey first. And then you add the coffee. Sometimes when I'm in a rush, I don't really have time to like mix up the honey and the coffee separately. I'm just tossing everything in my cup, and it really does taste different if you take the time. You take the time to add it separately. Makes a world of difference. And then some soy milk. Yumsters. Okay. Wow, this seed maker is pretty fast, huh? Pretty quick. Don't really need to leave. I really want to go to the mines, but that's okay. Let's just do this. Follow through. Show me some follow through. Oof. Doesn't it always break your heart when you have to do that? You have to get rid of your plants because you want to plant new things. It's fine. We're okay. Should I get rid of this? Ow. Ow. We did it. It was tough, but we did it. No? And last time I think I said I was going to make someone my girlfriend or boyfriend. Who is that? Shane, Elliot, Harvey. I can't believe he's not my boyfriend already. Haley and Alex. I think for right now we could just focus on Haley and Alex, but we're always carrying coffee, so that'd be easy for Harvey. One of these updates, I bet Clint is going to become a bachelor, but I think he would have like a nice guy arc. Speaking of nice guy arc, let's go back to what we were talking about, which is true crime. The reason I named this one Coffee and True Crime is because one of my favorite YouTube channels is Coffee House Crime. And if you're into true crime and you don't know about that channel, definitely go over there because the way he talks is great for true crime, but also the editing and just the way that they make the videos, it's like a documentary. And sometimes if you go on Netflix, they have documentaries on there, but I've watched so much true crime, I feel like I've seen all of them, or like the old ones are coming back, you know, things like that. Oh yeah, we have to get the skeleton guy, not the slimes. What level is that? Oh, here we go. Okay, Coffee House Crime. Woo-wee! So good. Oh, perfect. Hi, guys. The one that I watched, the most recent... Well, no, I'm not going to talk about that one. It's good. They're all good. But there's one that I want to talk about more than the most recent one. The most recent one was... like the OnlyFans people going missing or being the ones to commit a crime. Something like that. It's very interesting. But the one I really want to talk about is there was a YouTuber who decided to... Oh, yay! Ooh, a golden spurt. What does that do? Critical strikes give you a speed boost for 9 seconds. Are these both trinkets? Okay, let's just see what it does. How do you know if you get a critical strike? Do I have speed? No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Tell me if you notice I'm going faster after I do a critical strike. Am I going faster? Thermal boots. Oh yeah, a YouTuber moved to the Philippines and he decided to live in a red zone, and so I didn't really know what that was. I didn't know that places had red zones, and whenever I heard about that, I just thought, oh geez. Or at least I thought I didn't know what that was because I saw a movie where everyone's in a plane, and I forgot what this guy's name is, but he's in the second Lara Croft. What is his name? He has an accent, and he kind of talks out of the side of his mouth. Oh my gosh, so many skeletons. Perfect. He talks out of the side of his mouth. Sometimes he's a romantical guy, and sometimes he's an action guy. Let me look him up. Hold on. I have no idea how I'm gonna even look that up. Is he Scottish? Maybe he's Scottish. But I don't think Scottish people like being called Irish. So I don't know if he's Irish or Scottish. But I will type in Scottish because that's my #1 choice for his accent. Scottish actor Lara Croft? Lara Croft. No. What? I'm talking about Gerard Butler, but the other guy that's in Lara Croft is also Scottish? And it's the guy... What is his name? What's his... Anne Allen Sutherland Glenn? Goodness gracious, how many names does he have? I did not know that guy was Scottish. And I didn't know his real life name either, but I'm talking about Gerard Butler, who is also Scottish. They're both Scottish and they're both acting so English all the time. Anyways, Gerard Butler was the pilot in this movie, and his plane ends up going down because of some electrical thing happening, and they crash in an area where people are being taken hostage and no, stop sliming me. Is he still there? Oh my gosh. People are being taken hostage. Oh, I have more than one. Okay, wait, let's make the ring. Oh no, we need a gold bar. What am I thinking? We need a gold bar. Whoa. Do you hear the bass in this song? Whoa. I've heard this song, but I've never heard it with my headphones on. There's a good bass here. What? Oh my gosh. Just enjoy the song a little bit. Wow, this song is so good. Okay, so they crash into this area, and it's called a red zone. And basically what happens in the red zones is, or at least down there, no? Oh, you can sell the trinkets here? Can I sell rings here? I have so many of these. Oh, there are 1,000? Here. I can't focus. You probably know that by now. Okay. Who do I talk to? This guy? Whoa! Oh my gosh, this used to be my favorite sword. The insect head. Gain a little health every time you slay a monster. That sounds great. Just a mask? Okay. Gosh. Great, and the crab shell. Top of the ring is made from just defense. Oh man. Oh man, that's it. Ooh, still got a long way to go with the slimes. We could do more ghosts. What's a Dougie? Teach me how to Dougie. Okay, bye. Alright, so what happens there is you can't really get a lot of help if you're in trouble. You can't really go to an embassy. There are no embassies for whatever country you're from. Doesn't matter. If they trap you, like if the people kidnap you there or something, you can't get help pretty much from anyone. And that includes the military if you're someone of importance. So you're just kind of out of luck. No matter what happens to you if you end up there. And there was a YouTuber who decided to move there, like to live there, which is crazy. Why would you do that? And while he was there, it wasn't even like it was a secret. He kept making YouTube videos and stuff like that. He got in a relationship with someone of importance to like a crime boss. I think it was his daughter, like the crime boss's daughter. Just crazy, all over crazy, a lot of stuff. And he was going on like live while he was there, which, okay, if you do go through a place like this and you're just there for like a short time and you get out, you could be safe. It doesn't mean like once you show up, people just take you. I mean, it could mean that depending on where you are. Not saying you're safe for like a few days, whatever. This guy pretty much just got lucky. But what's even worse about his situation is that he showed up. He was YouTubing. He was there for some time. He didn't follow the customs of the people that lived there. They're primarily Muslim. So they cover up their bodies. They're modest. And he's walking around with his shirt off all the time. He's not really covering up. You can tell he's not from there. He's constantly online. He opens up a shop, and in his shop, he has not YouTube, Wi-Fi available for people, and he's selling it. But it's kind of expensive, and if you know about these places, especially like, okay, if someone from America goes to Thailand, their money goes a really long way because of the exchange rate. And this red zone was in the Philippines, and it's the same. In the Philippines, I think the US dollar can go a long way, so can a lot of other currencies. But the money he's making on YouTube is going a really long way, and he doesn't have to do that much. And so he's still opening up these shops and selling these things for like a lot of money, which is just, it's not fair. It's not fair for the people who live there. And on top of that, at his shop, he starts selling like snacks and stuff like that, and even the snacks and everything are like marked up. It's really bad. Then you think it can't get worse, right? It can. On top of that, he starts giving out money, but in a loan shark kind of way. So the people that he lends money to have to pay him back, like with interest. And this whole time, he's talking about what he's doing on YouTube. I feel like if you lay low and you're not really making your presence known, you could last a long time. But honestly, the reason it's a red zone is because people just don't, unless you're from there. But even if you're from there, bad things still happen. It's crazy. And it sounds even worse if you think about who he's with. Remember, he's with the daughter of like a crime boss, pretty much. And he's also doing things that a crime boss would do. Like, don't cross a line, you know. But he kind of is. And then the more that he does these types of things, his mood is getting really like, am I ever gonna wear this? No. Paranoid. It's like every time he has a live stream, he's talking about being kidnapped or something like that. It's crazy. You should definitely watch this episode of Coffee House Crime. Do you want me to tell you the answer? Do you want me to tell you whether or not he does get kidnapped or something? I mean, it's on Coffee House Crime, so you could probably guess. What do you think? Yes, of course. He does get kidnapped. And they can't find his body. Actually, they've never been able to find his body. And that happened a long time ago. That's crazy. Now, I can understand why people don't really want to watch true crime because, you know, I would watch that while I'm supposed to be doing my other work. Not supposed to be. I am doing my other work. And it doesn't really make sense how I could focus and stuff. And it also doesn't really make sense how people can watch that and relax at the same time. Because it's not really relaxing, and it shouldn't be relaxing, but for some people, I guess it is, and I don't know what the science is behind that. Okay, let's make this ring. The thorns ring! Yay! Ooh, I love that sound. Okay. I have all of these swords, but is there any point in keeping these? I have no idea. Where's my horse? Where's Gamey? She'll come back, but I always feel bad leaving my horse out and about. Especially, oh, you don't have to move. Especially during winter time. Wee Weep, weep. Weep, weep, weep. Boopy, 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 boo. Okay. That's the end of that. Let's read something from Reddit. Oh, this coffee's so good. Oh my gosh. I can't drink it too fast. I have to make it last. This one says, have you ever recognized dangerous behavior in someone in your own life because you watched true crime? For me, it was recognizing that my son had actually dropped out of college and was lying about going to school. That's really good because I feel like in a lot of true crime, that happens. People lie about going to work or going to school, and they're actually like the bad person in the story, or the one that commits the crime, anyways. It really freaked me out and caused a rift for a long time in our family because I blurted out, oh my God, this is a kind of situation where the kid kills his entire family. Oh my gosh. Bad move on my part. I didn't realize what was going on because he had moved in with his father. And he kept saying that he was having difficulty coming up with the money for his last semester, that's in quotes, of college. I kept offering to pay for it, and he kept insisting that he had missed the deadline for registration. This went on for about 6 months, and I tried to stay out of it. Then it turned out that his father and stepmother told him he needed to get his own apartment if he wasn't going to go back to college. I guess to motivate him? That's what the thing says, not me. I went to visit him, and we were discussing a topic related to his field. And as we kept talking, I realized he didn't know anything about his field, especially for someone who is almost going to graduate. Example, something like plumbing, where not knowing a very basic thing like how copper is a preferred piping to use, knowing that a washer is a type of plastic piece used in the piping, not a washing machine. Is it plastic? Anyways, whatever. And as I'm sitting there, it dawned on me that he had probably dropped out of college at the very beginning and had been lying the entire time. Oh my gosh. It was right around the Chandler Halderson case, which is the only reason I think I caught it. I don't know, I have to look that one up. Quick! Chandler Halderson? Case. Ooh, I just got dizzy. What happened? It's a case, if you don't know. If you do know, shout out to you. You're really good at true crime. It's a case that involves the murder and taking the part of someone's cuerpo of his parents. In July 2021, Chandler Alderson was convicted on multiple charges related to these crimes. Wow. Okay. We're just going to go back to this. We're going to go back to reading. I don't want to get too distracted. It wasn't as bad as his case and was just a matter of hiding that he didn't want to go into the field after all. He's since moved on to a different field and is doing well. But it was so shocking when it suddenly dawned on me. I don't think I would have realized it at all if not for this case and the Thomas Whitaker case. Let's look it up. Thomas, I want to be the person who works for a podcaster and they're like, look that up. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, go. Thomas Whitaker. No, not that Thomas Whitaker. Thomas Whitaker case. Uh-oh. He took out his mother and brother. Wow, jeez. Okay. Have you ever had a situation where you recognize something because of true crime? Ooh. I wouldn't say that I had a case where I recognized something because of true crime, but I do think that I am a very cautious person. Oof. I'm a cautious person, and I also grew up with people who just warned me of certain things. Neutral, okay. What does that even mean? That means I can make the day lucky.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is it bad if Emily just gives me that gift and then I go give her the same gift? Do they say anything? Probably not. They're probably like, oh, thank you. I think it's good if your family can tell you about these things. Like, oh, don't trust anyone. It's better that way. And I agree. I mean, you can trust people if you want, but watch out. Does Croby like coffee? Let's see. But there are some weird things that I notice, usually about like new people that I'm talking to. Sometimes it just seems like there's something off about them, or it seems like they're lying about like really small things for no reason. I'm not talking about like a job or something, because to me that's not small. If you're lying about your job, that's kind of big. That's a big lie. What's up? You like coffee? I knew it. I feel like I'm settling back in pretty well. It's nice to have a friend. We're friends! Yay! Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's nice. Can I go in your house? Not yet. Okay. Lying about really small things for no reason. And a really good example is... What? I thought it was always open earlier for some reason. Knowing a celebrity, or where they went, like where they've been. And oh, do I have that? Yes, finally. I don't have that one. Oh, I've been to that place. Yeah, I've been there a ton of times. Oh, Hong Kong. I've been to Hong Kong. Yeah, I went to Hong Kong for like this festival. Yeah. And you're like, clearly, you haven't. And it doesn't matter. It's okay if you haven't. But why are you saying that you have? And the reason you would know is because they can't really answer more about Hong Kong. Or whatever place they're talking about. Like if I ask them, oh, what kind of money do they use there? And they can't really talk about it. I don't think you've been there. Like, you go to certain places, let's say if someone from Canada goes to America, they would know that they use a dollar, and it takes more Canadian dollars to become an American dollar, because the American dollar is a little bit stronger. I don't know if it's going to be that way for long. I don't know. But you would know something like this. Or like if someone from Canada tried to go over to Thailand, the Canadian dollar is really strong, but in Thailand they're using baht, and even though you know the Canadian dollar is really strong, you get so much baht for your Canadian dollar. It's like you don't really know how much money you're spending because the baht is so low. So someone can ask you for like a certain amount of baht and you're giving them a lot of money, but it still seems like a little bit of money to you, or whatever, something like that. But then you ask them about something like this, and you're like, what about in Hong Kong? Is it like a good exchange, or like, what do you use over there? They were like, wow, I don't really know. What? Didn't you just go there? It doesn't even matter. Why are you lying? Anyways, for an upcoming promotion, I'm thinking of offering some high quality vegetables at a slight premium. Nowhere a thrifty shopkeep can... No, I'm not farming right now. There's a lot of trash in the water. Why don't we fish some out to make the valley more beautiful? Okay. Yeah, that's a red flag for me. Just lying about little things like that. But let's read one of these comments. It says, some years ago, a few friends and I were out drinking one night at various bars or clubs. A young woman about our age, maybe a few years younger. Hold on. Is the game music too loud? Okay, maybe a few years younger, started walking right beside us as we were walking from bar A to bar B. She wasn't saying anything, and it became obvious something was wrong. She only said her name. I asked how much she had to drink, and she didn't know or couldn't answer. I asked if she was on something, and she couldn't answer. I asked where her friends were, and she couldn't answer. I finally grabbed her, took her to the bathroom, and got her phone. She was coherent enough to give me the password. I pulled up her recent texts and found a thread with her friends she'd been out with that night. Their texts were saying, "Hannah, where are you?" I called one of them and said, "Hannah's at bleh. You need to come get her immediately." I stayed with her until her friend arrived. I thought and still think that Hannah was drugged that night. I was texting with the friend who picked up Hannah for the next 24-ish hours. Thankfully, Hannah was okay. It sends a shiver down my spine at the thought that she might not have been, though. Ooh, that's really creepy. Yeah, you gotta take care of your girls. Yeah, that's really creepy. That's really bad. It sounds like they could have been drugged, probably. Really sad. Where are my crab pots? Oh, yeah, the night market. Oh, you can still get coffee? Oh, we have to wait. Okay. You're just chilling on the beach till then? That's cool. Okay, bye. I'll see you later. Um, I feel bad when you're out with your friends and you notice that someone has been left alone and they're clearly like not in their right mind. So you're wondering why did your friends leave you alone? Like, who did you come out with? And if you try to ask them, like, are you okay or something, they're just like, I'm okay, it's okay. You know, they can't really even talk to you. It feels so bad. How do you help them? Anyways, can you sell anything here? Ooh, I should get this. I do want to talk about something really weird that happened with me and my sister. And we were just out. This was when I was younger. It was like around the time that I first could drink. And my sister is older than me, so she is a little bit stronger in this area. Even now, she's stronger than me in this area. But this night in particular, I think we were just going a little bit too wild. And for this, I was the one that was still aware of everything. So I had to stay alert and take care of her. And that's okay. It's not really like a bad thing where you're like, oh, I hate having to be the one to take care of people. It's not that. And it didn't feel like that at all. This is my sister. So I don't mind. And it was just one of those nights. You know, we were having fun. So who cares? Fine. I'll be the one to take care of you. That's fine. But we were going from place to place. And we wanted to stay out. And in this little area, it was okay to like walk around. It's set up for you to like walk around. It's pretty pedestrian friendly. All these things, whatever. But I noticed that there was a guy kind of behind us, like a ways back, it seemed. And so I just made her aware of this guy too. And she was like, okay, let's just keep our eye on him like that. But the reason that I pointed him out was because I didn't like the feeling that I got whenever I noticed this guy and the way that he was looking at us and the speed at which he was behind us, because I wouldn't say like right off the bat that he was following us, but it definitely just seemed like he was trying to catch up, if you know what I mean. So I don't think she really realized that whenever I pointed him out. So I just thought, okay, I don't know if I really want to keep like walking around actually. I want to go into a place. And so my sister and I just started looking for a place to go into that was open so we didn't have to keep walking around. And when it seemed like we were like looking at places to go into, it then it seemed like the guy was really like trying to catch up to us. And when I noticed that, it was on. So the next place that we went to, I just told my sister, like, let's go in here. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of place it is. Let's go in here. And there was like a bouncer at the door. And not really like a bouncer, just like a security guard. I guess that is a bouncer, whatever. They were there at the door and he checked our IDs. And when we went inside, I also told him there's like a weird guy down the street and I think he's following us. But when the this is like another thing. When the bouncer tried to look and see where the guy was, it seemed like the guy was like hiding behind something. Not even hiding, not like crouching down. It just seemed like he was trying to like stand behind this pillar so that the security wouldn't see him. It was so weird, and that's how you know he was up to no good. Okay? And then after I told the bouncer, um my sister and I sat down and we sat at the bar and we sat next to these older guys. And when the bartender came over, we ordered our drinks. And then I told the girl bartender, like, this guy, there's a guy outside that was following us and we're just trying to have a good time, you know? But I'm pretty sure he's following us. And if he comes in here, I'm pretty sure he's following us, you know, like that. And that bartender was like, okay, like immediately on our team, which I loved. I don't know who she was. I can't recognize her face if I saw her again. But dang. Shout out to her. She ended up telling the other bartender that was there, this guy, and it was like they were forming a team. It was like, okay, let's do this. We got a creep. We got a creep on our hands. And I've been waiting for a little bit of action this whole night. That's what it seemed like whenever I told them. So, okay, that's cool. Thank you for getting into it, I guess. But guess what? The guy came into the place because the security couldn't see the guy whenever we pointed him out. And whenever the guy came in, the girl was like, go to the back. And then they took us to the kitchen and she's like, just call an Uber. Like, it's not worth it, you know? I'm glad you guys want to have a good time and all this stuff and whatever, but like, just call an Uber and get out of this neighborhood, you know? And I was like, you're right. You're right. We should do that. And so, they actually kept the guy there. And the girl brought the security in to like stand by the bar. And so when our Uber was here, or there, not here, when the Uber was there, the girl said, I think your car is outside. And of course, me and my sister, we had been drinking. So I'm glad that people were taking care of us and stuff. But I am also very happy that I had her help because, like I said, usually my sister is the one that's like taking command in this kind of situation. So I was trying to have my wits about me and everything like that, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And I told my sister, like, let's go, we gotta go. And she's like, but we didn't even hang out. And I was like, we did. This was just like the last stop. We gotta go. Let's go home. But here's the weirdest part, okay? After the lady said, I think your car's here, and it was time for us to leave, she brought us from the back and just escorted us to the door to leave. And immediately when we tried to get out, the guy tried to go out with us. And then security was like, hey man, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Because he was so close to us. And when he came in and security let him in, he was at the bar. He wasn't ordering a drink. He was walking around the place, like looking around for something. So he was already exhibiting some weird kind of behavior. And then, like, what are you doing? Now you're walking out because two girls are like walking out to the car? So weird. And so I feel like the security was like kind of like stalling him. Then me and my sister got into the car and the bartenders came out and they were like waving to us like, bye, get home safe, bye. It was so cute. It was weird. It was bad. We shouldn't have to go through that, you know. But shout out to them. And thank you for taking care of us. And what the heck? What the heck with that guy? Why? Why are you doing that? Why are you acting like that? Why are there people like that? And shout out to my sister because I said, I think that guy's following us. And whenever I said, let's just go in here, oh, I'm going to tell the bartender, she was like, okay. She wasn't like, who cares? It's nothing. You know, she didn't do any of that. She let me protect us. And it all turned out okay because we worked as a team and we had some angels that night. So let's go. Let's go. But I wouldn't say that watching true crime helped me with that or anything. I just think that we've been taught to look out for this weird kind of behavior. That's it. The end of that story. Unfortunately, there are plenty of other stories, and that shouldn't be the case, but it is. Oh my gosh, I've been neglecting my animals. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. I need to get the auto grabber. We have enough money for that. So sorry. I think they can move around even if I don't, but like, oof. That's just too many eggs on the floor with you guys. So sorry. What a stinking weirdo. Now I'm just thinking about that guy. And even though they, nothing really happened, it's a bummer. Like, we were having such a good night. It was so much fun. And then that just like really, I can't even remember the other places that we went to. Because of this. It just clouds everything. That sucks. Dang it. Don't you hate that? You're taking the bad. I mean, you're taking the good and replacing it with bad. Dang it. Dang it. Just leave people alone. I don't want these rings. Let's go see if we can sell them. What do we have? Vampire and crab shell. I feel like later on we can probably combine the vampire with something. But I'm good. I'm good on the crab shell. I think I've read that you can. Oh wait, gosh, oh my gosh. I've read that the crab shell is good for combining things, but Can't you only combine like 2 rings? So there's no point. There's no point. I want to combine. What's the one that explodes? Napalm? I want to combine that one and the band. And then the slime ring, where when the slimes are jumping all over you, they don't do anything. And maybe the thorns one or something. I don't know. Can I sell these? I can. They're only 100. Oh my gosh. Okay, whenever I go to sleep, we're gonna read another story. And maybe this one will be an actual story. Should we go to the night market though? I think we should. I wish that people were here, so I could ask you what you want. What are the best Reddits for? I love this music. Hi, Vincent. Ooh, that one's cute. What's that? Yeah, I bet. Oh, that's all you say? Okay. Famous painter Lupini. I'll take it. 1,000 years from now. Ooh. What do you think the world's gonna be like 1,000 years from now? Why don't you guys just stand next to each other? No, you can't. Jojimer's gone, by the way. Hi. What have we got? Got a duck egg. Trap bobber. That's super expensive for no reason. Queen of the Gem Sea. Right. What do we have here? Do I need these? No. I have these. Okay. Thank you. I forgot to bring my fishing rod. Yay! This is my favorite. Let's enjoy. If you ever meet a mermaid, let her sing to you. But try to keep your head on straight. Okay, I know it's hard. But you have to. You have to remember. Remember who you are. Don't let her cloud your very being. They're beautiful, and it's an experience. But you can't let her take you away from you. Bye. Okay, what is that letter? I don't think we've done it yet. Secret note, secret note, secret note, secret note. Ooh. I haven't seen that one yet either. We should find that one. What time is it? 12:40. Okay. Oh, Mermaid Show. 1, 5, 4, 2, 3. 1, 5, 4. Whoa! A pearl! Yay! Thank you. Let's wait till 12:40 to see these guys. It's kind of perfect because look, they left. Do I have time to get some coffee? Hi, care for a cup of coffee? Yes, please. It's so good to see you out here. It's a little bit colder, right? Cooler than the desert. All right. See you later. What have we got here? Candy cans? I'm not much of a seasonal decorator. Oh my gosh, go, 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 go. We're not going to make it. Run! Oh, please, let me get in front of you. Okay. Oh, she's right there. Sebastian was there? I was so close to screaming at Mom for throwing away my old comic collection, but something stopped me. Yeah, I hope it's the fact that you're an adult. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Here you go. Can I do it while she's right there? Oh my gosh. It kind of ruins it because she's there. She's here. Oh, maybe it's like a clone Marnie and a clone Mare. Oh my gosh, it's like The Thing. One of them's not real. Oh my. Kind of ruins the surprise though. Raise your hand if you like the night market music. Okay, time to go to bed. Can I move this painting? I'm gonna put that here. I'm gonna put this here. Yeah, okay, I have a junk room. So what? I haven't started a family yet. So my bed is right next to the door. Don't come at me for how I'm decorating because I'm actually not decorating at all. You haven't seen anything yet. My perfection house is so cute to me. I love my perfection house. One day I should show you. But it won't be today. But it won't be today. What's the best true crime Reddit or subreddit? I think Let's Not Meet is pretty good. But you know what? I think Let's Not Meet is fake sometimes. I don't want a fake story. I want something real. I want something real. Wow. Put it in. Okay. This is about from 5 years ago. And it says, stalked by a female solo camper for several days while on our mountain camping honeymoon. If you feel like you're being stalked even for one day, even if you're on your honeymoon, just go. Just leave. It's probably hard to tell, maybe for the first few hours, but after like a couple of hours in the same day, why aren't we just leaving? Just go. Okay, I'm gonna get started. Remember, this is 5 years ago. It was the summer of 2016, and I had just married my longtime girlfriend. Over the course of our 12-year relationship, we had traveled to the mountains several times in both summer and winter for camping, but also to stay in nice mountain hotels and snowboard the slopes. I've never heard snowboard the slopes, but interesting. Naturally, we both agreed this was how we wanted to spend the first few weeks of our marriage. We booked a 20-day stay at a mountainside campground on the other side of the country. We also decided to bring our dogs with us, as they too love being outdoors, and we generally bring them camping anyway. After 2 days of road tripping, we had arrived, quickly set up, and settled in for a good long stay on the mountain. 20-day stay? Goodness gracious. 20 days, that's so long. Oh my gosh. I know it's a I know it's a honeymoon, but like 20 days? Goodness. I just realized what you said. I'm glad he brought your dogs. Cause dang, you're gonna be there for a while. Gosh. That's too long. That's way too long. Even if I got married, I'd be like, 20 days, are you sure? But some people like that. Hey, you found the person for you if you can agree on that. Jeez, that's almost a month. Okay, anyways. A couple days into our trip, and we had already met a bunch of fellow campers. We are very experienced campers, so we generally attract a lot of attention from novice campers asking for tools or supplies as they see we are well set up. Really? Are you really getting popular because of that? I don't think so. I think maybe like one person asked them for a tool. We're usually more than happy to help people get situated if they need matches, cream or sugar, or help setting up their equipment. Okay. It was day 4 or 5 when she first made her presence known to us. I will refer to this person as she with quotes, or her, as we never learned her name. We were sitting down under the shade of the large pine tree at the edge of our site, drinking beers and playing cards, when she seemingly appeared out of nowhere. She was just suddenly right there. "Can I pet your dog?" she said. Even my dogs didn't see her approach, as the very sound of her voice triggered them into a startled frenzy. As the dogs were worked up already, I politely told her no. Then she just stood there at the edge of our sight and didn't say a word. Just stood there, sort of existing, but not really doing anything. She wasn't exactly staring at us or looking at anything in particular. I asked her if she needed anything, and she said no. After a few minutes, she walked off. But when she was standing there, I wonder if she was like looking in their direction still, or they said no and she was just like, she just turned around. I mean, either way, it's kind of weird. But one of them is weirder than the other, even though they're both pretty bad. Let's go on. I work with people with brain injuries, so I've had my fair share of experiences with unusual behaviors, including people with poor social skills, so I wasn't about to write this person off as creepy just yet, but she had my attention. I casually watched her walk off and enter a campsite across the path and a few sites down from ours. There was already a small tent set up in the site, but she proceeded to pull an even smaller single-person tent from her backpack and began setting it up. The day prior, we saw 2 young girls set up the other tent, and were clearly the occupants of the site. There was no further interaction with her that day, although we did notice that the owners of the other tent on the site were not around at all that day, and we didn't see them return that night. Ooh. That's weird. So 2 other girls set up their tent, and then she set up hers, and then they didn't return. Okay. I'm going to take a break from reading that, and I'm going to do some predictions because I haven't read this story. I just found it. Even though it's been how many years? 5 years? Gonna make some predictions. I think that this lady, her, kind of just bounces around the campsite, creeping out people. She doesn't really have like a house. She's just always there. I think she's been there long enough, and she creeped out the 2 girls that set up their tent. And then those 2 girls just ended up leaving. And they left so fast that they just left the tent. Like, they were like, we gotta go. This lady's creepy. Which is good. Always a good move. You should always do that. In the case of this family, I am going to say, I think, since they say like they're pros and like they're pretty popular and stuff, whatever. I think they're not the type of people to just like get up and leave because they're like, oh yeah, we're the best. We're pros. We're gonna stay. It doesn't matter if you're creepy. I have experience with people with head injuries, so I can deal with you too. That kind of attitude, even though it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have experience with this or not. Why stay in a situation where you are beginning to feel uncomfortable or you just are uncomfortable? So I think since they're more likely to stay because they think they're the best. Way the best. Oh, way the best. Since they want to stay, things are going to escalate. And since people normally run away from her, she's going to escalate. She's going to get a little bit wild, a little bit creepy. Yeah. And I don't know how creepy we're getting here, but I think it's going to be like I'm going to take your position in your life kind of creepy, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm gonna become you. That's always weird. So those are my predictions. Let's go to Martin's. Let's get this auto grabber because we have enough money. And we need to drop off this delivery to Alex. Yeah. Let's bring our fishing rod so we can get some trash. I think this counts as the trash I'm collecting, even with my crab pots. I just wish that I grabbed my crab pots from the night market so I can put it here and just collect more trash. But they'll be there later on. How much time do I have? 5 days? Yeah. The market should be gone and then I can get more trash. Okay. What do I need? Auto grabber. And maybe Shane will be here. Yeah. Hey. I hated my job at Jojo Mart. But now that I'm unemployed, I feel even worse. Oh, man. We talked about that. In the last live. Oh, wow, Granny. How'd you know this is my favorite? Because I know. All right. Let me see. Auto grabber. Yes, please. I know I can get one from the skull cavern, but you gotta get lucky with that. I feel like I just haven't really found a lot of treasure rooms with this save file, but I have found the most prismatic shards in a short period of time in this save file. It's crazy. No. Ding dong. Here you go. I know. Okay, bye. I like the little bounce. See ya. Oh. Haley. Does she like... She likes any kind of melon, right? Aw, man. Oh, good for you. Okay. Alright, yeah, okay. But, you know what? She talks about Emily like they shouldn't be sisters. And they like the same thing. It's so funny. Red mullet, where do I find that? Ah! I said let's grab the fishing rod and we never grabbed it. Oh my gosh. Oh. The next morning, I'm walking to the camp. Oh, I'm walking to the camp showers to clean up for the day. Ooh, sorry about my voice there. As I walk past her site, I see she's sitting in her little tent reading a book. The door to the tent is open, and I pay no attention and keep on my way to take my shower. When I'm done with my shower and walking back, I notice her tent is now closed, but it's jiggling about, so I know someone's in there. And she made her presence known in a big way. Just as I'm approaching her site on the way to mine, she unzips her tent, and I immediately see that she's completely nude. What the heck? She then positions herself just inside the tent at the door and lets out this over-the-top full-body stretch and held her arms way up. I'm doing it just to see what she might look like. Up to the sky. Pushing her chest forward like it was some kind of mating ritual designed just for me. While she does this, she lets out what I only describe as an exotic moan. He said exotic. I think he might mean the other one. Erotic, right? Exotic. So it'd be like we're in the jungle. It was pretty obvious she was putting on a show for me. I continue on my way to my site and I tell my wife about the display I had just been witness to. We both laughed it off. I'd be laughing too. And moved on with our plans today. Today hike a good trail to a waterfall. But that is a really bad sign because isn't that a sign of a person that doesn't really have like normal boundaries? The trailhead for this hike was accessible from the campgrounds, so we didn't have to drive to get there. We just walked the additional 2 kilometers to the trail. We walked at a good pace, so when we got to the trail, we decided to stop for a few minutes and to take some photos of the surrounding mountains before heading into the thicker bush. After sitting there for maybe 5 minutes while my wife is taking pictures, she emerges from the trail that leads towards the campground. At first, I thought, okay, coincidence. She's staying here, and this is a pretty common trail. But then she sees that I see her, and she stops dead in her tracks and just stands there. Same demeanor as our first encounter, just standing, not doing anything in particular, but also sending creepy vibes our way. This was the first time I said to my wife, I think we have a stalker. Confused, my wife then looks to where I'm looking and is immediately a little creeped out. Once again, I think, whatever, maybe she's just hiking the trail, no big deal. Okay. Let's play a little bit. Let's talk about this. Let's debrief as we go. It's like cleaning while you're cooking. If your gut is telling you, I think we have a stalker, if you're feeling creeped out enough to where you think that, excuse me, this person isn't just weird, this person is like after you a little bit, go with your gut. Why not? If they're not, hold on. If they're not, then you're cautious and you're still safe. And if they are, then you're cautious and you're safe. Why not? Why not? Why not? Keep yourself real safe. Why not? Why not? Just stay safe. Better safe than sorry, right? Hey, I usually tend to the gardens, but they're covered in snow. I still like to check up on them now and then. Oh, here you go. Thank you, dear. And how's Georgie Porgy? Granny, let me turn off this darn television. Oh my gosh. So what are... Oh my gosh, he's my friend. Does he like melon? Okay, just leeks and diamonds. Gotcha. Okay, I tried. Where's Alex? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Keyframe. What's that? What's that? What's that? What? Are you guys having trouble viewing me? Is everything okay? Okay, says excellent connection. Okay, I hope everything's okay. Something just happened though. I don't know. Sorry if I was just talking and you couldn't understand me. Anyways, I say go with your gut. Okay? Let's go fishing. Can we read and fish at the same time? Look at my duck. Is that sound my duck? Does the bobber make a sound? That's crazy. Okay, I don't really want fish. I want trash. How can I fish for trash? Okay. So we continue on the trail at a good pace, and she maintains a consistent distance behind us. Our dogs at this point are a little distracted by her, and our youngest dog keeps turning around to watch her. I got a little fed up with the dog constantly stopping to look back, so I decided we will stop for some water and let this woman pass. Ooh, that's a good way to know if someone's following you. You let them go, but then sometimes they follow you from in front, so you have to be careful of that too. Well, what does she do? But stop walking when we stop, and once again just stands there. Oh my gosh, so annoying. Okay, so now we're genuinely concerned because this is approaching horror suspense movie creep level. Sounds about right. That's a tough fish, but we gotta get that golden chest. That's part of the update. A part of the things you can claim. If you do the fishing mastery, you can get these golden chests here. Animal cracker! Okay, let's keep going. Oh no! My phone turned off. Where are we? Oh, okay, here we go. Standing motionless at that distance and refusing to pass us just ramped up the oh shit factor to about 9. So my wife and I agreed to just give her and cut. What? Give her and cut. Is that a term that hikers use? Is that normal? Give her and cut. Give her and cut. Let's think on that. Okay. Oh, cut the hike short by taking the shorter loop, which was only another half kilometer ahead, and head back to our camp. Okay. We managed to get some distance between us by jogging every time we would make a turn, and she was out of sight. We didn't see her again until later that night. That's crazy. You had to jog. You're doing too much. Pack up and go home. If you're running from people on a hike. It's too much. You're jogging out here on your leisurely honeymoon nature outing. Oh, Alex is there. Yeah. Oh, you can talk on the horse? I never knew that. People stay indoors a lot during the winter and do boring stuff. Maybe if I read a book, I'd be less bored. Nah. Can I give him a gift while on here? No. Okay. Hello, Cranny. We were just talking. What? Maybe it's like the James Charles. Hello. Is that the refined quartz I requested? Thanks so much. Here's a little something for your trouble. You're welcome. Yeah. Oh, baby. I just like that sound, the horse. That's a cute painting. We don't need that one, though. What have you got? Okay. Yeah. Hash browns. If I was living in this world, I would have just gotten some hash browns. Just to eat. Let's get our free coffee. Yes, please. Thank you. Oh yeah. Thank you. Abigail, does she like coffee? Oh, I wish I knew this. Oh my gosh, it kind of choked. Oh, she invited me to her room. Oh my gosh. Scandalous.
Let me just put you back here, Gamey.
You've done a good job. I wish I could give you an apple.
Shouldn't give you a little apple.
Can we get some trash? Okay, let's keep reading and fishing. Okay. That night, my wife decided to take an evening shower at the camp showers. When she returned to our camp, she tells me her stalker was in the bathrooms, also taking a shower. This time, however, she was with 2 other girls and appeared to be getting ready for a night at the club. Oh, maybe they're the 2 girls from the campsite. Is there a club out there? I mean, I guess I could do a far drive, but how are you getting back? This time, however, she was with 2. Okay, yeah. There is a nearby ski town that has a few nightclubs and bars, so it was reasonable to see the girls getting ready for a night out. The two girls she was with were the two we saw previously set up at our site. Okay, so they're not dead. That's good news. My wife explains that she quickly picked up on the fact that the two girls and her stalker friend were not well known to each other. What? Oh, okay, the wife says this. I thought the stalker was like, I don't really know them. Okay, it's pretty obvious. I guess they just met each other. Okay. Oh, thank you. It was clear that the two girls were close friends with plans to go out partying, and her stalker was making an attempt to be friends and sort of invited herself to join them in their night out. How can you tell that she invited herself? Now, we know the ski town well, and the girls kept reinforcing that they were meeting at a specific restaurant before going to the bar. Okay. What? Why? Who are they reinforcing the plans with? This part doesn't make sense. Maybe it's because I'm fishing at the same time. Okay. I'm not getting any trash. Is today a good luck day or something? Where am I guaranteed to get trash? Ah, it was a good luck day. Oh, man. Just kidding. I'm happy about that. Okay, let's figure this out. Now, we know the ski town well, and the girls kept reinforcing that they were meeting at a specific restaurant before going to the bar. It was currently 10:30 p.m., and we know the restaurant they were telling her to go to was closed at 10. They were lying to her about their plans. And the stalker kept asking them too. Are you sure this place? Are you sure this place? Are you sure? Oh, okay. They convinced her, and she then left to her tent to finish getting ready while the two friends stayed in the bathroom to finish their makeup. My wife went on to explain how after she left, the two friends were mocking and making fun of our stalker. They were young 20-somethings acting like little girls in elementary school, and my wife has no time for that. Creepy stalker or not, she had to say something to the girls for their behavior. My wife calls them out on their behavior and putting all the catty bullying aside, the girls explained to my wife that the stalker girl had set up her tent on their site when they were staying with a friend in the town. Ooh, that explains it. So they're not happy with her because of that. I wouldn't be happy with that either. And also, she should leave. When they returned, they found her living at their site without an invitation. She had just taken it upon herself to take a little corner of their site without knowing them at all. The girls said they were upset with her and trying to make her feel uncomfortable so she would leave. But she wouldn't leave. Of course, my wife asked them why they didn't just report her to the park warden, and the excuse they gave was that they were leaving the next day and didn't want to make a huge deal out of it. What? So you're putting so much effort into like bullying? Okay. So whatever happened between them and the fake late dinner plans and clubbing is unknown to us. About 3 a.m. that same night, we were all awoken to a blood-curdling scream right outside our camper. At first, oh, they have a camper van? Are they in a camper or are they in a campground? I mean tent. Hold on now. Is this an IMDb goof? Huh. Well, okay, they were road tripping. it doesn't say they were in a band. Fine. Fine. Okay, we're back. Okay, let's start this over. About 3 a.m. that same night, we're all awoken to a blood-curdling scream right outside our camper. At first, I was like, holy shit, that must be a wild animal. My wife is trembling, dogs barking, and I am startled but curious. I peel back the window cover to see her standing motionless on the path outside our trailer. I had the window covered down maybe 8 to 10 centimeters when she appears to make direct eye contact with me. Ooh, my heart rate is jacked. Mine too. What the actual fuck? After gazing in my general direction for what seemed like an eternity, she calmly turns around and walks to her tent. I go make sure our trailer is locked. After a good hour and a stiff whiskey, we managed to get back to sleep. So the next day is a Friday. We have friends from a nearby major city coming up the mountains to spend the weekend with us. We haven't seen them in a while, and we're excited for a couple days together. Well, they're not at our site for 15 minutes, and as they're setting up their tent, she mysteriously appears out of nowhere yet again. Like, bam, there she is. But now, this time, she's actually in our sight. I hadn't had a chance to tell our friends about her before she arrived, so they were a little more friendly than I was. She asks me once again if she could pet my dog, who during all of this is barking at her. I think I said something like, she isn't being very friendly towards you right now, so I'd prefer if you didn't. She didn't pet my dog, but she also stood there staring at me like she was considering how she would dismember my limbs. Ooh. She then notices our friend's tent brand, and as he's still setting it up, comments on how it's the same model as hers, although a little larger sleeping capacity. My buddy has picked up on the creep vibes and general displeasure with her presence, so just gives her the, oh yeah, cool, and keeps setting up. Well, she starts grabbing at the tent pegs and picks up the hammer and says she'll keep, what? She'll help him, sorry, there's some typos, but I want to try to read it normally. She'll help him set it up because she has experience with it. My buddy declines and asks for his tools back. Cue the psychopath stare down, but this time she has a hammer in her hand, adding to the oh shit factor. She literally drops everything right there and runs off. I go on to explain the last few days to our friends, and they agree. We need to keep an eye on her. That's so weird. Uh-oh, I hope everything's okay. I see that there's a warning. Let me know. I hope you can hear me. What's up? I see people out there. What's up? Okay. By this time, the two girlfriends whose site she's hijacked were packed up and gone. It's now Friday night, and we've been drinking all day, so we're feeling pretty good. It's maybe about 11 p.m., and she is the stalker that they're worried about, walks over to her site again. Why are you still there? I would be gone. Right? Wouldn't you be gone? I would not stay. Oops. Sorry, I just bonked the microphone with my head. She says, hey, you guys. You seem to have a lot of extra room with the tent and the camper. Do you think I could stay with you tonight? What? Why? For what? What do you need to stay with them for? That's fine. You have your own tent. That's weird, right? We could have a lot of fun in there together. My buddy is feeling pretty good from all the day's beers, so he's pretty forward when he replies. Did you just propose a gangbang with us? Now, this whole time, I'm just sitting in my camp chair with my whiskey, taking it all in. She wasn't really taking notice to me at all so far. Then she smiles, turns her head, and looks directly down at me and says, I like your friend. She then turns around and walks away into the darkness. What the fuck? That's weird. That's so weird. We're all now terrified. She's going to return. I decided right then and there, if we see her again in a creepy fashion, I'm calling the park warden. This is getting silly. It's been days. Why haven't you already done that? It doesn't make any sense. Your gut's already telling you that this is a stalker. She has been following you. She's been saying, "Can I pet that dog?" over and over again. Ooh, Evelyn. Oh my gosh, Evelyn's my secret friend. Okay. And then you guys haven't gone to anybody? Or even left? I would be gone. Why are you staying there? It's so funny. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Shall we continue? I'm too invested to play a little bit more. By the way, these people are trying to stay here for 20 days? And how long has it been? Maybe a week and a half? You still got a long way to go. Well, the night is winding down. So we all decide to walk together to the bathrooms to clean up for bed. My wife pulls on my hoodie and says, "Babe, look." Oh my God. I look over to see that the campsite she was set up on is completely destroyed. Shit's everywhere. Just stuff. Garbage, clothing, food, everywhere. I thought, okay, this is weird. Could this have been a bear? No, we would have heard it. I then notice that the tent is gone. She is gone and left the campsite a complete mess. As luck would have it, the park patrol was completing their fire rounds and were at the messed up site when we were returning from the bathrooms. We told them there was a girl staying on her. What? Oh, staying on her own, maybe they meant, but it just says her, who was acting erratic, and we suspected she was squatting on the site based on our conversation with the two girls from earlier that week. Okay, I want to stop for just a second, and I need to make some predictions because I made predictions before based on what the guy was talking about. He said, "You're not receiving enough video." Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you guys can hear me. Anyways, my predictions were that this couple is going to stay no matter how crazy it gets because they're experienced campers and they are like pros. Everybody loves them when they show up, everything like that. But since the girl is escalating like I predicted, she's getting angry because everything that she's tried so far isn't working. So we've already gone to like level 2, I think, of her stalking. And I think it's probably going to keep going higher. But I don't know how many levels she has. My prediction is, I said that she was a kind of stalker that is like, oh, let me take your life. Not your life, but like not in that way. Just like, I want to be you. I want to take all your stuff kind of way. Not like a, I'm gonna hurt you. Let me check my router really fast. Have a drink of water. Okay. Let me have some water too. Not receiving. I don't know how to fix this. It's like one of my first streams. Let's just have some water and hope that it gets fixed soon. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Oh gosh. I'm not sure why I always choose to drink sparkling water and then talk into a microphone. I'm being attacked. Ooh, it's getting hot. I want to go ride my bike soon. Okay, we got the auto grabber. Chicken should be happy. I don't think I pet anyone. That's okay. Who should I give a little animal cracker to? We have this. I want to give it to
Peoples? Yeah. Peoples.
Okay, let's continue. Oh, okay. We didn't see her again for the rest of our trip until the last full day. Okay. So, wow, they did stay the whole time. Whoa. There's a great little lookout point not far from our site, which has amazing views of the river and valley below. It was a perfect evening to see the sunset behind the mountains. It was a lovely final send off to an otherwise beautiful honeymoon. Oh, yeah, I forgot it was her honeymoon. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just said that. Just when we thought we were done with her, she emerged once again from seemingly nowhere. We were sitting on a couple of chairs that are bolted in place at the viewpoint, taking pictures of the valley below. As my wife is looking through the camera viewfinder, she picks up on the woman in the distance. She's standing there in the woods, a little ways down towards the valley, watching us. Oh my gosh. As her final act, she walked up the mountainside and sat right beside us on a boulder that was beside the chairs. She says nothing. She just sits there. My wife has a brilliant idea of asking me to take one last picture of the scenery and gives me a little wink. Oh, I get it too. They're going to get a picture of her. I bet it's a ghost. She doesn't even show up in the camera. I pick up on her idea right away and I position myself so the woman is going to be in the picture. My wife wanted this lady's photo in the event something bad happens with her before we can leave the area. Oh, that's a really good idea, but that's so scary. We took our final looks out at the beautiful scenery and headed to our camp for the night. We didn't see or hear from her again. Upon reflection, we agreed that this woman had some serious mental health issues, obviously. She had zero social skills, and we did witness her attempt to make friends with those two girls that shafted her in a terrible way. That being said, she did things way beyond the realm of acceptable social awkwardness. There were moments I thought she would pull out a knife and kill us all where we stood. More than that, the stalking, the midnight screaming, and running off into the woods at night was terrifying to us. I feel a story worthy of this sub. What? Okay, whatever. I do have the photo on a thumb drive somewhere, and I will see about uploading a pixelated photo if it's appropriate. To anyone else, the picture just looks like a person is sitting in the shot. But to us, it's a reminder of our wild adventure and start of our amazing marriage. To our honeymoon stalker, let's not meet ever again. The end. Thank you for listening. That's really strange, but I feel like I wouldn't have stayed there for the entire... No! I feel like I wouldn't have stayed there for the entire time. Like 20 days and you're like worried about the stalker the whole time? What's the point? Why would you even stay there if you're not comfortable being there? And it's a honeymoon? So strange. Where's my dog? Beepet! Okay. Oops. Can't forget to water the dog. Goodness gracious. Whew. Where's my horse? Oh. The dog's not a horse? I wanna go ride my bike. I wanna go ride my bike. Should I just cut it short? Should I finish this day? We gotta do it. Oh my gosh. I can't do this. I can't do this. I gotta go. I gotta stand up. I gotta stretch. I gotta have some water. I gotta fix my back. I gotta crack my back. I can't believe I've been on here for almost 2 hours. It's so long for me. How do people do the 8 hours? How do people do the 6 hours? I don't know. Even 2 is a lot. Woo-wee. I feel like I need to give back. I need to give back to my body. Because this is way too long to sit down and play. But I am having fun. And that was a weird story. I just wouldn't stay that long. And if you feel like someone is gonna just like take out a weapon and come at you at any moment, that doesn't sound fun at all. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, we have enough to get the Junimo hut. Yay! But are the Junimos too cold in winter? They're so cute. Uh-oh. I don't have space. Yay! Okay, let's get these. Oh, maybe we can get it later. We don't need it right now. Right this second. I'm trying to get more boyfriends and girlfriends, so... Oh, wait. Can't leave the fruit on the floor. If we leave it here overnight, is it still there? What if my pockets are always full and I just come in here and shake the tree a little bit and let it stay on the floor forever? Can I have like 50 of these on the floor at all times? I don't know. I don't know how it works. Right back at you. Oh, perfect amount. Yeah. Chupabella. Okay, we already came in here. I forgot, okay? Uh-oh. Okay. What do we need? We need to give people some gifts. I haven't had any cutscenes, you know, the special ones with these people yet. But there was one time I was playing this save and just constant cutscenes because I was getting so good at giving the gifts. Oh my gosh, I can ask Alex out now and I can almost ask Haley out. So let's bring her a sunflower and let's buy a bouquet. Hey. Maybe I should save this for next video. Asking them out. Where is she? I think she's always in her room, right? During winter. She's just sleeping forever. Not in a bad way, though. Okay. Yay! How are we? Up. Wow! Over 1,000. Where? Look, she doesn't have like a dresser or anything in here. She does. Just this? How do you have 1,000 skirts in there? That's crazy, man. Okay, and where's Harvey? What am I gonna make for dinner? I think you should make breakfast for dinner. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, Cranny. I was just about to write you a letter. You see, my records indicate that you're due for your annual checkup. Really? When did I sign up for those? Now. There's no need to worry. It'll be quick and painless. Please follow me. Okay. At least we have healthcare. That's great. Okay. Hold still, please. Aye, aye, Captain. Say, ah. Ah. Okay, you can stop. Ah. I just need to check your vitals. Your pulse is high. Oh, hospital's making you nervous, huh? Just try and relax. I'm here to help. Well then, you seem very healthy, Crinny. Just make sure not to overwork yourself on that farm. Okay. Thanks for stopping in. He's really cute, but I wish he didn't say like unnecessary things. You don't like melon? That's such a waste of... Can you show me how this tool works, Dr. Harvey? Oh, she should go into medicine. Yay! Nutrition is important, so make sure and eat well. Try to increase your... I didn't... You see? That's so annoying. Just want to talk. Just a normal talk. Okay. Goodbye. Does Madhu like spicy eel? Yes, I knew it. You like spice, right? Why does she freak out and say it? That's so funny. My hands are so dry from the winter air. I'm sorry about that. But when she's outside and she says this, her face is like really sweet and her hands are like in the clasp. But why does she have the freak out face? Maybe she doesn't have like a flirty face for this outfit. So they had to choose this one. I'm sorry about that. It's okay, man. Bye. For girls only. Psst. I need tuna. You know what it's for. Keep it a secret, okay? I don't know what tuna would be for. But if it increases my relationship with her, I guess I gotta do it. Maybe I have tuna at home. Let me see if I have it. Do we have tuna? We have albacore. Not the other tuna. Even though I thought albacore was a type of tuna. A type of tune. Ooh. I want a good lunch today. Even though I just had breakfast. Just one of those days. Shane. Let me see. He likes the spice too. Where are we? 6 out of 8. Oh, you want the Joja Cola now? Look at you. Oh, making changes. Make that change. Oh, my crab pots. Did we get lucky? Oh, no, we have CDs. Okay. I thought it was one where we had like a bunch of seafood only. I've never had that before. Have you? Ah, shoot. I need more. 'Cause I don't have any.
Ah, dang it. Oh, man. Oh, gosh.
Okie dokie. What are the hours here? Does it tell you? No. Maybe I can quickly sell this. I'll come right back. Let me see. So many CDs. Why do we get so many CDs here in the valley? Can I collect this on the horse? Nah. That'd be cool. But you can. But you can. Cool. Still open. Alright. I think he likes lobster, right? A gift, thank you. You're welcome. I knew it. Okay. Is it too late to catch tuna? There's one thing I can't remember. It's the fish seasons and times and stuff. There's always so much. So much for that. Okay, let's see if we can get the tuna. That'd be cool if it was a first try. That'd be lovely. Oh, I need this too, right? Pam. Oh, it's the final day. Okay, she'll be at the saloon, as per usual. This must be tuna. It's gotta be. Come on. Yes. All right, let's get out of here. Let's blow this popsicle stand. Nickelodeon. We should have visited Haley first. Is that Pamela? No, it's Sebastian. Where did he just come from? Where were you? Oh, he's so weird, man. Bye. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it in real life. Hello, Granny. You brought me the item I asked for. Here's your payment as promised. Thank you. Pammy, Pammy. And who needs this? Haley? Yeah. Yeah. She in here? Pacing as usual. Great. Yes. Oh my gosh. I can ask them both out now. That would be next time. Hee hee. I'm so happy. I'm glad I did that. It's hard to build a relationship with her. I know a lot of people like Haley though, so can't dog on it too much, you know. And it's time to go to bed. And for me to ride my bike. How many days do I have left? 4. We can do it actually. Because the crab pods count. Yay! That's amazing. It's amazing. Alrighty, let's stick some fruit in here before we go to bed. And that will be it. Should I check the other ones? Might as well. Might as well be a good business person. Okay. Just up here. Perfect. Oh my gosh, that scared me. It's just my dog. Relax. We can't get monsters on the farm. Relax, okay? Alright, let's sell this and go to bed. I like to stockpile all my tickets in here. So far we have 14. Yay! Here you go. Okay, time to go to bed. Okay, if you stopped by, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. It was one of my longest videos I think I've ever done. It's kind of hard, but it's really, really fun. And I still didn't even finish my coffee this whole time. So we've got coffee, or we should do another coffee one for next time. It's not going to be the same coffee, don't you worry. Okay, so goodbye. Thank you for watching. Time for me to go. Please subscribe if you like it. Goodbye.